Microcasting for your city. Talkopolis.
Bandwidth for today's show is brought to you by SoftLayer.com. We love SoftLayer here at Talkopolis. They are the greatest hosting company ever. They make everything easy. Check out their website at SoftLayer.com. Thanks again for sponsoring the show. Also by Nashville Violins, the string player's #1 choice for their string instrument needs. Nashville Violins offers everything from lessons to repairs. Make sure you check them out at NashvilleViolin.com.
Hi,
Hello.
Welcome to Music Business Daily, where we keep you in the know on the hottest music headlines. Today is Wednesday, October 3rd.
It is.
Coming at you first things first.
Yes.
This is big news, okay? Axl Rose is going to have his first live interview in 2 decades, and he's picked Jimmy Kimmel Live.
I just think this is kind of great. I mean, it's Axl Rose, first of all.
Yeah, and everybody's been trying to get him to come back on the scene for a long time. I mean, this article is just talking about how in 1999, Spin published a cover story saying what the world needs now is Axl Rose. I still love how he's sporting his big Yosemite Sam mustache.
Right.
I'm just wondering why he picked Jimmy, though. Maybe they
have
been friends for a while or something.
Maybe Jimmy Kimmel's like a big Guns N' Roses fan. I don't know this. But I just think it's kind of funny that he hasn't given an interview for
20 years, and then all of a sudden he's like, hey guys, I'm back.
Just because it's so unheard of now. Like, every celebrity's trying to get publicity all the time. I mean, you almost have too much access now to rock stars because they can tweet about stuff, they can like post on their own website, without filter.
Media.
It's just a little much. And he's just been kind of quiet. I mean, when you're Axl
I
Rose,
like that though. He has that kind of power. And
I know.
He's gonna be on Jimmy October 24th.
If he shows up, he will be there. We will be watching.
I don't think he'd let us down though. I don't think he'd make
not.
this big announcement and
don't
then
know.
build the hype and not.
I don't know. As long as he's sporting some sort of fancy mustache like that, I think we will be fine.
Okay, I'm gonna
We'll
watch.
be good. Are you interested to read Willie Nelson's memoir that's coming out?
I'm interested in anything Willie Nelson does. I love his music
it.
videos, for one. He just looks like he is the coolest grandpa.
I know.
Ever.
I know. And I like that. So his memoir is coming out November 13th. So he's talking about kind of everything in his life.
We have to tell the title. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Go
but
ahead.
the title is "Roll Me Up and Smoke Me When I Die."
So easy.
Musings from the Road.
Yeah, and I like that. So it's by Willie Nelson. It has a foreword by Kinky Friedman, who's like this big Texas activist. He's really funny. He used to write for Texas Monthly. But it also has illustrations done inside of it.
Yes.
So it's kind of like a kid's book.
I
and an
love
adult
books with
book.
pictures.
It's
the
we're
only
just,
ones
you can
for me.
read it to everyone. You can just learn about Willie Nelson.
Your kids' bedtime stories.
Exactly. You can hear about,
And then he rolled up a big doobie.
Exactly. Good night, kids. But I'm just excited. I mean, I think that he, is just still a legend in his own right. He's always going to be a legend, and so I think anything he puts his name on.
He works at it. I mean, not that he has to work at it, but he's always on tour, always making music.
And he has his own radio station now. He's coupled with Sirius XM. He's
Farm Aid. He's always giving back.
He has his hand in everything. So I think it'll be an interesting
Willie.
book. I'm really excited for the illustrations. I'm kind of hoping that comes out with like a coloring book so we can color along with
paint
Willie
by
Nelson.
number, maybe.
Yes. We'll display it at Talkopolis.
Exactly. We're gonna show you.
You're gonna see.
Another thing, I'm excited about a lot of things today.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes, I'm really excited about this new Myspace that Justin Timberlake is revamping, and the main thing is going to be about making music discovery a lot easier.
I was reading this on Enemy, and I'm kind of excited. I mean, okay, so Myspace obviously is not going to come back into the forefront, I don't think. They were even talking in the article about how it's not really trying to be Facebook. Like, we kind of know what the big social mediums are now. I mean, it could jump a little bit, but I think it's just interesting. They've redesigned it. It's really pretty now. It's very. I mean, it looks like a normal like a normal website that you would use now. It has a lot of integration. It kind of looks like Instagram meets Facebook, and so it's really pretty.
And Twitter had a baby.
Exactly. And Justin Timberlake. The big headline is that he's bringing sexy back to Myspace. Not that Myspace I think was ever sexy, but you have to make a pun there somewhere.
Tom was pretty sexy.
Tom.
He wanted to be my number one friend.
Number one friends with everyone. But they said a lot of bands still use Myspace because it's a good way.
It has not
a music
died
player.
All the way.
It hasn't. And I think Facebook, you can put a band page, but you've never really been able to listen to anyone's music on Facebook. It just
never
doesn't really work.
Filled that spot that MySpace has.
Exactly. So they're kind of hoping that MySpace can kind of rise back into at least letting people discover new music, which I think would be good.
Start making money again.
Exactly.
That would be
exactly. Good. So you never know. So if you have a MySpace, Talkopolis does not currently have a MySpace, but let us know if you think that we need one.
I think we need one.
We might need one.
I've decided right
That
now
Talkopolis
we're
needs a
getting on that
MySpace.
today.
We're
We're
gonna
going to keep
create
you in the know and report on it in a couple of days.
Exactly. We're going to
We'll
record
do a
our demos.
screenshot.
Of us
Yes.
singing.
Playing these guitars off the wall.
Off the wall. Off the wall.
Somebody else that's off the wall is Nicki Minaj.
Very off the wall.
I'm really excited about this reality TV show. I'm going to watch it.
She is going to be, you know.
She's just like a little caricature. She's always just a little cartoon character.
She just kind of is just herself. There's no other Nicki Minaj out there currently.
She's so pretty, and then she opens up that dirty mouth, and you're like,
whoa.
whoa.
Okay, thank you. And then she puts on a different wig, and you're like,
right,
I don't know who that
right.
is.
I don't even know what to do. I guess I'll just listen.
I just have to.
Good job.
She's gonna be on E though, so she's gonna be, you know, having
She's
her
gonna
little
enjoy the join the Kardashians and the Jonas Brothers show.
legacies right here. She's gonna be a part of great
but they're
programming.
big shows. I think a lot of people are gonna watch.
I remember she had a special on MTV when she first came out, like when she was just like really, really young, and I'd watched that, and it was kind of before she was even really big. It was when she put out her
She
first
kind
album.
of tried to get on the forefront and then didn't get a big following.
Yeah,
and
she kind of
so-
tried to be Rihanna and then kind of went away from
Then
that.
she laid low and
then she
like
came
a
back.
tiger, she jumped back
Just
into the scene.
was Aladdin. She came back. You're welcome.
Yes.
You're welcome for that. Mumford & Sons. Have you heard the new Mumford & Sons?
I have heard it.
Literally everyone I know has tweeted about or Facebooked about or alerted me that they were listening to the new Mumford & Sons. And
Good for them.
they don't even live in the UK, although Mumford & Sons had the #1 album in the UK. And also, this past weekend, they had the biggest opening sales of anyone ever in 2012, currently. I love how I made it to that. But anyway, big album sales of 2012 apparently go to Mumford & Sons.
them.
So yeah, I mean, it's just their little baby band. It's just their second album.
Yeah, I was a little surprised they took off like they did because I've heard a lot of bands that are kind of bluegrassy, that whole acoustic vibe.
Yeah.
But people love them.
People
and
do.
I'm proud for them.
I mean,
Way
they're
to
kind of
go.
out there. They and like the Avett brothers, you know, kind of at the same time. We had Dino, the Avett brothers manager, on the show the other day, so that was kind of exciting. But they kind of both put out their albums at the same time. So if you really want your kind of Americana bluegrass fix, you can get it.
I love though how on Pandora you can, if you are really into Mumford and Sons, you know you can make Mumford and Sons radio, and then that's the way I always hear a lot of new artists. And so
Yeah.
I'll really dig an artist or band, and then you know I hear about all these other ones that are similar.
Exactly. You can get it on Pandora, on Spotify, on RDO. You just got a lot of platforms.
Yes.
Just
This last
overwhelms
story
me.
of the day, though, I'm so sad. Is the
Do you
Foo
need a moment?
Fighters maybe are going to break up.
Maybe.
They are talking about a hiatus. They just have no more shows planned, and they're saying they might just be done.
Yeah, Dave Grohl just basically said, we're not making a big deal out of it. We just don't have any more shows after this. This is it, man.
The thing, though, if you're going to go out on top, how many Grammys did they win this last year?
remember.
For
They
that?
won a lot of Grammys.
They had a handful of Grammys.
They were just
They're big,
clutching them.
strong men, and they couldn't even hold them all.
Exactly.
So this last tour, I have to go.
I know. It's going to be them and George Strait. I think they should just tour together. No more tours tour. It's going to be
There
really
wouldn't
sad.
be a venue that could hold that
I know.
many people. It'd be like
know.
Beatles going on. Okay,
It would be, exactly. But yeah, I think it's iffy because he apparently in August they were at a different festival and Dave Grohl said that this was their last show for a long time, and then later he tweeted that he actually just meant that they weren't going to tour in England.
Maybe his manager or something said,
I think
we're not
he's-
ready for that
He's
announcement."
really into dramatic statements right now. It's like this.
He's
could be
always
it, guys.
into dramatic
This could be it.
statements. I went to a concert a couple years ago in Oklahoma City, and he was like, "Guys, I just want you to know that Mentos tastes like burnt tires. I hate those things. We're gonna party."
All right, good. So anything he does big.
That's what I like
good to
about
know.
him. He's a straight shooter.
Way to go, Dave Grohl. We support you here. Even if that was your last show, then we still support
Oh
you.
God, we're gonna be there.
We're going to be there.
Well, that's all our stories today.
That's it.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you. And
We'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow, indeed. Bye.
Microcasting for your city. Talkopolis.